Mason Holgate, a player that we've been trying to acquire for the past 2 years, has finally come in to solidify our defense, or should I say, be a partner for Ethan Pinnock. Welcome back, people, to MG Sports TV. So the squad is out, and I would say two surprises in the squad. But technically, still need to working at the midfield. Still need to do some work in the middle of the park, I have to say. But nevertheless, big up on yourself, people. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. Happy to be back with you guys again for the Reggae Boyz. Now, the squad was announced yesterday. As you can see, McLaren was here, did the squad announcement, a lot of excitement, everybody speaking about the squad. But two notable, should I say, presence in the squad. Let me just see if we can just bring up the squad on the screen so you guys can see the squad. Yeah, so that's the squad. Move myself a little bit. So as you can see on the screen here, people, we have goalkeepers Andre Blake, Shaquan Davis, Jamali Waite. Defenders Dexter Lembikisa, Deshaun Bernard, Greg Lay, Damian Lowe, John Bell, Richard King, Tavan Gray, Ethan Pinnock, Mason Holgate. Midfielders Casey Palmer, Keroy Anderson, Bobby Reed, Joe Latibodier, Tyreek Magee. And that's one of the players I'm talking about as just coming in. We're quite strike a bit of interest. Forwards, Ronaldo Cephas back with us, Norman Campbell, Mikel Antonio, Demarai Gray, Kaim Dixon, and Romario Williams. Now, on the live, there was so much persons hurting. And I find it really, really intriguing, the reaction of the supporters. Today, they say they want this player. When they don't see the next player, complaining starts. For me, I personally think this is actually a fairly decent squad. I think this is actually a fairly decent squad. But I still see the major issue where I do believe that the midfield is somewhat something that we most definitely need to work on. The midfield not looking right, if I'm being honest. It's not looking right. It needs work. And from McLaren's point of view, he's looking at it as the creative aspect of it. I believe that it's more of a stability thing than just creative thing. Stability meaning our midfield is just bypassed a bit too easy. Relatively too easy when we're playing football. Yes, we know we need the mercurial player to play the final ball in the close areas and the tight spaces to get the attackers in behind. But most certainly we need some stability in the middle of the park. Latibodier is going to be the player that the coach mentioned. He did mention that in the press conference, or a squad announcement press conference, that he's looking at Latibodier to possible to keep him in the position. As you can see, no John Bell, no Daniel Johnson. So Latibodier most definitely would have to be the ideal person to step up and continue with the helm. But at the end of the day, people, I have to say, I'm very much unsure how we're going to approach these games if we don't fix the midfield at some point in time. We're defensive heavy, midfield short, attacking heavy. So it's like you have a defense, Bugatti with defense, maybe a Toyota Corolla, maybe one 80 wagon for midfield. Oh, me forget Bobby Reed. Me miss Bobby Reed, sorry. 80 wagon for midfield. And forward, probably one Bugatti. Yeah, I use Jamaican cars. Mark X for defenders. Bima for attack. And Ooh. One fit. One fit for the midfield. One fit and one fit for the midfield. Yeah. It don't look good. It don't look good. Honestly, it don't look good. All right. So, no, we do have some. If you look on Bob Reed, I think Bob Reed is more of an attacking-minded player. As I said, he brought in Tyreek Magee. He's going to be interested in recent times as he has been playing quite well. So it's quite interesting to see what he's going to bring to the table in the national setup. He's been working really hard. And all the things that we've been asking for him to get another chance, which is working off the ball, you can see that he's adding a bit of that to his game. Now, Mason Holgate is a talking point. As you know, it's a player that we've been going for. As the coach said, Mason Holgate might not play the first game, but possibilities his paperwork might come through for the second game. So might see him in Jamaica. Now, let me address something. For the press conference, I was watching the live and in the comment section. And I was reading some of the comments there. And I was really, really disappointed. I asked a question in the press conference. I was speaking about profile of players in regards to what the coach is trying to do and how the profile of players in his selection will impact what he's trying to do. People start to full question that. And what I realize is most of these supporters, especially the ones that are watching, the only thing that they want to hear about are players. That's the only thing that matters to them. Because in their mind, once they see players, it automatically means the team is going to do better. And that's not necessarily the case. So they want me to ask about, is it Mothersill? I don't want to pronounce the name wrong, you know. So these are the players, two players specifically, I consistently see in the comment section. So, Malik Mothersill at Peterborough. 3 goals in League One from 9 appearances. And apparently, because they don't see this player, people start complaining. Because they don't see the player, people start complaining. One, they don't even know if the player has committed as yet. The second player is Omar Hutchinson. And people give up. Just give it up. Because you're beating a dead horse. You beat a dead horse. That's what you guys are doing. Stop crying over spilt milk. Omar Hutchinson was selected for England U21 team. And he reposted it. He selected the last time. Finally didn't play. He selected no. That is what he wants. He wants to play for England. Give it up. Because no one is asking about Mothersill and no one is asking about Omar Hutchinson, every other question is stupidness to you guys. That. And I realize that there's so much interesting stuff happening in the press conference that I highlighted and I pick out specifically. One, a question was asked, even though I tell him after I said that boy, the question is kind of weird because he should have known. He said no, probably he want to hear what the coach have to say. He asked about Dujan Richards. And obviously, or apparently, the coach don't even know Dujan Richards. And no one is even discussing that. No one even looked on that. And when the question was asked and he turned to Simon, asked Simon for a little bit of update on the player. Simon was actually the person who answered that question. The coach went on and speak about mixture of maturity and junior players in a team rather than and just skip over the Dujan Richards one. Now, fine, it's obvious that Dujan Richards is injured, and the person that asked the question should have known that. We agree. But that reaction from the coach, it just sparked something, said, the coach actually don't know the player. Then now the question is, if the coach don't know a lot of our players, if the coach don't know a lot of our players, how is the selection process taking place? Now, I see in the comment section quite a few of the persons that say Miran Gardner P team. And a lot of persons that say get Miran out, this, that, rated, T. The other day, I do one video. And I discussed the fact, say, I would like if the coach come in at Jamaica, look at a few players, people cuss me feet and say, boy, they know the coach I look on a Bush League baller. Make a coach stay when there. Then they ask themselves the question. All the players that the coach is speaking about are players generally that we know already. And then now, when he falls short on players, he would ask Miran Garden who best to suit the spot. Now, if the coach was doing the recruiting, just maybe, one and two persons would hit the dot. Kemar Roof, many of the names that a lot of persons are calling would hit the dot. But guess what? You also ask the question now, what is the recruiting process or the recruiting strategy from the coach? Is the coach actually doing recruitment? It goes to ask all of these questions. Because the one question a person asked, and obviously did know, do John Richards. It's the case in which it's the same players under Al Grimson, those same set of players, are those same set of players the one that is going to consistently call. Fine. Mason Holgate finally comes in. But we all know that Mason Holgate has been a player that we have been trying to bring in for the past 2 years. So just maybe, his paperwork is finally coming through. We could say that it is McLaren who bring him in, but we also could say that this process has been going on for a longer time period, even before McLaren got the job. Maybe, just maybe, McLaren could be the person who convinced him. But in the press conference, McLaren was the one. Mr. McLaren was ideally the one who said that. The president, Mr. Ricketts, was the one who actually get the deal over the line. So, with all that said, I am now a little bit concerned with in regards to the selection process, with just that one question that was asked. People are coming in the comment section and come and say, why MG, you love great cast? People, I'm seeing a lot of red flags, but I avoid it because I'm seeing some positives. I avoid the red flags because I'm seeing some positive, and I have to understand that it's a building process. It won't happen overnight. And I'm hopeful that this will get better. In the event, if we start asking about more players, ideally, can we really confirm that he has had conversation with some of these players that most persons are asking about, ideally? So, it's not a matter of controversy, people. I'm not speaking from controversy. It's just what I'm seeing from my observation. I don't know if you realize that me kind of pick these topics consistently the same topics. And I would really implore you to just look deeper. Look beyond your hunger and desire to see a new player in the team and look at other things. Most of the supporters I'm seeing right now, the only thing on their mind is to see this player, that player, whilst there's a bigger picture there. One, the question that I asked about profile of player will suit what he's trying to do. Persons already in the comment section, brush it off. Say a full question that me ask. Brush it off. Question unnecessary, and people laugh. The profile of player with what the coach wants to do. Very, very important, people. You guys might laugh about it. You guys might say it's foolishness. And the persons who will laugh about it, the persons who say are foolish about it, they're only interested in Motherzill or Omar Hutchinson. That's all they're interested in. They're not interested in the team that we have at hand right now. And their problem that they don't even realize is because they're so far ahead in viewing other players, they're not even looking at the team at hand. And then, if this team don't do well, they're going to rally back to say, if this player, that is the player that they want to see, or that player, that is the player that they want to see, was in the squad would have done better. And factually, that might not be the case. And again, profile of players for what the coach wants to do is very, very important. Because that is how you're going to build a structure. That is how you're going to build a system in playing games. Can you imagine? You have a defender. You have two technical defenders who wants to play the ball out from the back. But you have some midfielders who don't want the ball at all. That makes no sense. That don't make no sense at all. If you want to play off from the back, you have to have midfielders who want to be on the ball. They will come short and progress the ball from the central areas. But if that's not in place, you are in trouble. That's the reason why I asked the question about profile of players. Imagine you have some counter-attacking type of attackers or counter-attacking type of wingers, but you have possession-based midfielders. Then you have defenders who want to defend in one low block, but you want to play high up the pitch. You have to match. Every play, the players them just have to fit. It must make sense when you put a team together. Anyways, as them say and laugh off how me say, foolishness, me love chat, me just love get up and chat, me no know nothing about football, me just love chat. But guess what? When you keep on asking about your favorite player, I want to know your favorite player, I worst squad you never said in the history of Jamaica. But we now fail to look on the bigger picture, which is the team. What can this particular set of players do together as a team? If they don't suit well as a team, it doesn't matter who is in the team. It will not matter. We will not play good football. But I'm very hopeful, still hopeful. For me, overall, I think the squad is a good squad. I do believe, though, the reason I'm asked about profile, I'm going to do a next video on it, is because I think that some of the players' profile are a little bit different. It's my perspective. It could be different from the coach. The coach could view it totally different. 100% different. But I will be doing a next video on profile of players. Anyways, big up on yourself, people. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys again. Until next time. Big up yourself, Mason Holgate. Thank you for coming in. Massive respect. Tyreek Magee, you get another opportunity. Take it with both hands and make it count. MG Sports TV, people. We're out. God bless. Boom. I don't know if I now watch a video till last time, but I'm going to chat half of them out. Anyways, people, we're out. God bless. Like, share, and subscribe. You know what I mean?